Here we go.
Everybody get.
What was that?
It's something new.
That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Hey, everybody. We are live with a brand new intro.
Look at that.
There's not as many corn dogs.
Wait, there was two,
I don't have a reminder to hit the record button,
but you hit it.
but I hit it.
There you go.
We should have a checklist for before the show.
I think we need one.
I do think we need one, yes. So hey everybody, we are live Monday night.
Inside the box. Now you see what I did there?
We are live in the box, yeah. So how do you pick the teams and everything for the intro?
So the teams obviously are easy because, you know, and I threw in Danny because like no one's gonna argue Danny.
Nice.
And we had to have West representation.
There you go.
See, look at that. I'm a man of the peace. Oh my God.
So 2 games over the weekend. We'll get to that in a little bit.
And M2 recap.
M2 recap. We have a lot of stuff that happened.
We have a busy night. A fun night, but busy night. We'll have Casey joining us first. He'll be hopping on here for a half an hour to talk to us and you know, and then we'll do the recaps and then we'll have Brian Farver, which I'm excited to talk to both.
Yeah, we've been trying to get Casey on for a while and it hasn't worked, and we dropped the ball 10 times and he dropped the ball once, so I guess we win.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have him on before the M2 season was kind of called off or whatever is going on with that. I don't really know. Because I thought they weren't playing until summer, and now they're announcing that these games that they're playing now will count towards the season, but then there's going to be a 2021/22 season.
Right.
So that doesn't make any sense at all to me, but at some point somebody will figure it out.
So I think the reason they weren't going to play is because they didn't know exactly how many teams were able to play, from what I'm being told. And now that they have at least 5 teams, they're going to go ahead and do their invitationals as a substitute for leagues, which I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them doing bubble, as they call it, bubble tournaments. So like all the games will be played on one weekend, and then the rest of the teams will go separate ways. They'll play, then they'll come back again. Everyone does the whole testing thing. If everything's clear, you'll play another bubble tournament and then go your separate ways. Right now they have 2 more scheduled, which are the Great Lakes and the Rocky Mountains.
You know, we should do that.
That may sell one.
The East teams.
The East team should do that. But who would host it? Florida?
Doesn't matter. There's enough places that you can find a host to just do it in one weekend.
This is true.
Even in 2 weekends. Make it 2 trips, make it the cost of 2 road trips, and do like Friday and Sunday games both weekends or whatever.
So the M2 did 2 games each day. So they did 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday.
But that's 3 games in a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to do that.
We don't. Well, do we?
That's why I said do Friday and Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
Give them a day to screw off and get 4 people infected so they can't play the next game.
Ow.
Oh wait.
That was.
That was. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm gonna send the invite over to Casey. We'll get him on here.
That sounds good. I think I did send. Let me double check. I might have not sent it.
I just sent it.
Fair enough. yeah, so I think it would be a good idea for the East teams to do it. However, they wouldn't qualify for the playoffs that way.
Well, no, but they could play and they could give something to the fans, and they
This
could
is
do the pay-per-view thing, and they could let the players do things. I mean, obviously you have situations where because they're not playing, like what happens with training, do they get together just to train for one thing or whatever? But I don't know. I feel like a lot of the players should be training year round anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's since we have a moment to talk, I'd like to talk about this East situation, but I'm hearing like some of the players here in the Blast are already getting some say requests to play and stuff like that.
No.
Hey, Casey, how's it going?
How's it going, man?
You have video?
I don't know why it's not video. Do I have to download the app?
I don't think so.
You might have to join with video.
But it's not letting me do it on Facebook. I don't know why.
Let's see.
The mysterious voice in the background is Casey, because it doesn't show that you're there on the Zoom feed.
Right. Yeah. Let's see.
Here,
So
let me try. Does this come up with anything?
If you send it to my email, it usually. Oh, there we go. Start my video.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
Oh,
Well, now I can't see you guys.
What?
through the gallery view.
Oh yeah, yeah. Technology, everyone.
Right.
Welcome to it.
Doesn't let me do go. Oh, there we go. There we are.
There we go. We're
All right. So first question, because I've heard multiple pronunciations. I always ask players this who have a questionable pronunciation or last name. Is it French or is it American pronunciation of your last name?
French.
It is. So Gasson?
Gasson, yep.
Ah, okay.
Hey, there we we go.
I
Hey, this guy looking swole, man.
Calm down. I guess that's what the gym does.
You're looking good these days, man.
Yeah, I've lost about 85 pounds.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of let myself go and not realizing it, just kind of being lazy, I guess.
Well, tell us about the journey. What happened, and how'd you kick it off and stick to it?
So I guess I kind of got depressed. I don't know. I was depressed for a while. I don't know, quarantine and just stuff wasn't going right in my life. And one day I was trying to go on a hiking and I couldn't hike. I was dying. I was losing breath. And I moved to Farmington with my lady because she got a job out here. And quarantine happened. I was staying with a buddy. And I was like, you know what, let me just go with my lady and kind of focus on myself at the moment. And I was sitting at home. And that's before they closed it. After they opened the gyms, I went to the gym. And that's when I started my journey and just kind of kept going and finding different outlets. So I went to Utah, actually, to Salt Lake to a fitness convention. And I learned a lot of stuff, got a sponsor out there. It was pretty cool. And I just stuck with it. And then I went into CrossFit, which is totally different from just regular lifting. And I fell in love with that even more. So that's what I do now is I do CrossFit and play soccer, trying to play soccer right now.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Nothing with the runners till summer.
So nothing with the runners, just because of the mayor is not letting us really like have people in our venue because it's closed in and whatever. Yeah. But I am talking to a couple of teams about playing maybe this season with them too for a little bit until the runners come back, just so I can stay fit. I can help teams, or who knows, maybe the runners can't play the whole season or this whole year and I just get traded for the year. You know what I mean? Sure. But my goal is still to continue to play either PASL, MASL2, whatever team needs help in the spring. Because I'm actually in the middle of a move right now. That's why it looks so empty and sounds so echoey. I'm in the middle of a move to Colorado Springs.
You kept the Mutant Ninja Turtle thing up.
Oh, I put that up for you guys. Actually, that's where I got my name, was from Ninja Turtles. My real name's Ezekiel, but I go by Casey because I like the guy with the hockey mask.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's where Casey came from. My real name is Ezekiel. It's a very biblical name, but I go by Casey. Crazy Casey.
Nice.
You know?
Wow.
We should have grabbed the video. You just posted the other day of you scoring the throw goal.
Yeah, that was against New Mexico Elite. That was our rival team, and it was probably one of the best wins of my life, honestly.
Because that was a full-size field too. That wasn't one
Yeah,
of the
it was a little bit smaller. It was
Okay.
probably like Baltimore size, I would say, because I played in Baltimore, and it's about that size.
Okay. That's still pretty awesome though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was sweet. I like that it didn't bounce until it was inside the goal. That's what made it awesome. If it would have
Yeah.
bounced and rolled, and it was like, it's whatever. But it bounced inside the goal.
I think the craziest one I've ever seen was Reynoso scored back when they had the 3-line rule,
Mm-hmm.
and it bounced right on the yellow line, and
Oh,
still
wow.
somehow got past everyone. But
I got
having to go all the way in the air.
I got scored on from the other goalie from Amarillo. Actually, he had a laser and just put up for me, and I was
That
actually
hurts.
like
I'm
now that I
pretty-
watch videos of me playing last season, I was like, dang, I was a big boy. I don't know how I was moving or diving. I was like, because I got diagnosed with arthritis on my hips,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was because of my weight. Because now my hips don't even hurt. I don't feel them. I feel back to normal. So I think it was just overweight, and the doctors didn't want to tell me that I was fat.
I mean, it could have been that it irritated the arthritis and
Yeah, probably from all the
Yeah.
diving. But yeah, I feel good. I feel better than I've ever had in a while.
that's good.
Cool.
We can't wait to see you play, honestly, especially
I'm ready to
being
play,
in that
honestly. I'm
state.
ready to put a show on.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah,
while. Honestly, it's been a whole year, and it's been a really hard year not to play soccer.
I have
Yeah,
cousins
sure.
in Albuquerque, and they're going crazy over
Yeah,
there.
everybody now are going crazy. Like, we're just ready to play. Like, just let us do something. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because we're still
Exactly.
locked down. I'm a bartender on the side, and we haven't been able to bartend or do anything in a long, long time. Like, she just really sucks. And then I'm a teacher on top of a PE teacher, and there's not really curriculum for me to do right now, so I can't get a teaching job. So I'm like, well, shit, all my options are all gone right now.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Tough. That really is tough.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're moving. So will you look for jobs there, or wait till you hear from a team and then look for jobs there?
No, so I work at Texas Roadhouse, and I'll just get transferred. I get transferred wherever I go.
Oh, nice.
I'll at least have that, and then whenever I find a team, I'll play, and then I'll just get transferred with. That's why I do the bartending right now, and not really the teaching. Is because it helps me with my soccer stuff. Because I
Sure.
I don't really want to stop, so I continue to do that.
You got to keep playing, man.
Yeah, everybody tells me I got 10 years. I was like, I'll give you guys like an 8, maybe.
I don't know if you keep in shape like that, you probably added 3 more years on.
Yeah, that's what everybody keeps telling me. If I keep doing the CrossFit, because if everybody that knows me, I hate running, like absolutely hate it. And I run about 6 miles, I bike 12 miles, and I row about 3 to 4 miles, depending what I'm feeling that day. And then I jump rope every day for at least 30 minutes, like in between my sets. And then I still swim on top of that. So like I'm in the best shape I've ever been, honestly. I can honestly run for days now, like without dying.
Nice.
I need to do
I haven't
this.
been able to do that since I was in college.
Right. I don't know if I've ever been able to do all that.
But in college, I was like 140. I was a walking stick.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was a lot easier.
We used to bike a lot, but I mean, in like summers in between in high school in between the years, we would do 30 to 50 miles a day every day that it didn't rain. And some days it did rain because we were dumb. But I don't think I could jump rope for 3 seconds straight, much less 30 minutes.
Wasn't that straight? So what I do my workouts, and most people when they do the workouts, I'll take a rest and I'll jump rope for those 30 seconds. Instead of resting, I'll keep my heart rate up the entire workout until I'm done working out, and I come out drenched. Completely.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think I'm a coordinated enough for jump rope.
The guys at the gym are like, "Are you all right? You go crazy here." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to get my sweat on."
So Casey, could you tell us what it's like being in the M2? You know, you used to play for Casey. You made the transition. How's it been playing in the M2? How has it felt?
So the level is about the same. It's just the guys are just like the team I was on. We had to learn the system because in Albuquerque they play indoor, but they don't play indoor. If that makes sense. They play indoor. They call it indoor with walls, but there's no really indoor rules. So that's what we really had to learn in the first year. And then the second year, we had to find people to plug in that would fit into our system. And then this third year was good. We were supposed to be like flying through it, but it didn't. It was good for me. I learned it humbled me because I felt like copying on to the U.S. national team and then going to camp. I had a big old head. Like literally, that's what happened. I thought no one could touch me. I was like the best thing. And then I went to the M2, and it kind of blessed me. I was like, I'm really not as good as I thought I was. and it just kind of made me realize what I did to get to where I was. So the M2 is a good step to get to the M1, and I think a couple of teams in the league right now, like Wichita, Inferno, the Runners have it going on right now, like with the right structure, the right development. Because I watched the games this weekend from the M2. I like to keep up with them and see what's going on. And they look good. It looked like you were watching a regular MLB game without people there. It was fast. I mean, it's the same thing, honestly. There's just little things that we gotta fix that the MASL already has that we don't. You know what I mean? Like the back post or what runs to make. And Wichita has that down. Inferno is getting there. They have it down. That's what we're starting to learn with the runners. Is like the main runs, like where to run, how to run. So I really enjoy playing the M2. I mean, would I go back to M1? Definitely, but I don't mind playing the M2. I really enjoy it. I'm real well known in the league, so it's good.
I think a bunch of teams will make the move up eventually.
Yeah, I think the Wings should move up. Honestly, is one of them. Inferno should probably move up eventually, and I think the Runners should make a step as well because they have the venue. They all have what they need to make the M1.
Sure.
That the other guys don't have. I mean, the Bombers do have it as well because I played in the summer. I played with in the Bombers league with the Texas West, so it was like the Odessa team. So they were called the Tumbleweeds. I played with them. So I played the very first time I played the Bombers were in their actual stadium. And their goals were not in the wall. They were outside the wall. So there's like part of the field and they have plexiglass. So it was totally different, but it was cool. If they can fix that, then I think they would have a good venue too because they do get fans into their place. So I've seen everywhere that I've gone. Like I played in their stadium. I played in the little spots. So I think there would be another good contender as well.
I think like watching this weekend, it's definitely a good level. It's definitely a good level. I think some of those teams could play some of the like lower bracket MASL teams and probably upset that MASL teams.
You know who's a big eye opener, and I was really impressed with is Omaha. Omaha is something else, man. They're good. They got have something. A system and it works. I don't know what they're doing over there or what they're feeding those guys, but they're doing a good job over there.
The mentality of not giving up is what really stuck out.
Exactly. It's fun to watch them play too. Like I've watched all their games and it's fun. Even the PSL games they play, I watch them. I'm a fan of them. I like them.
Yeah, they're a good team. They're definitely a team to watch. If they can get everything together on the back end, they'll be fine at M2, and then I'm pretty sure their goal is to move to the M1. But we'll see.
And they proved it. I think they proved it that they can hang with these guys. Honestly, maybe a couple different players, or maybe just a different style. And I think they're in with the other teams because they didn't lose like everybody thought they were going to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're a PSL team or an M3 team, whatever. And they came to the ball and they did their thing, and I was very impressed.
Dude, their coach Emmanuel surprised me. I thought he was like just a coach that he likes to play every now and then. He can ball, man.
Yeah, did you see that golazo he had?
Yeah, man.
I was like, whoa! I was like, boy, I see you.
So Adam, the goal was I think it was Aldi. He chipped it over to him and he caught it in midair, half volley, just put it right in the top corner.
Dude, that was so sick. That's probably the best goal of the tournament, honestly.
It was something. Definitely was. Unfortunately, they ended up, not winning some of the games they probably should have. I mean, that Inferno's game was close. The Wichita game was close.
The Inferno got a little too comfortable with them. They're like, oh, we got them, but they didn't realize that they don't stop. Those guys don't stop at all.
Yeah.
And Inferno kind of realized that towards the end. I was like, oh, shit, these guys don't stop coming at us. So they kind of picked it up. But like I said, I watched all the games, and that was a good game to watch too. Like I said, they impressed me the entire weekend.
Yeah, just to kind of give like a recap, like the first day it was Kings. The first game was Kings versus Bombers. It ended 11-9 Kings. Wings. The second game was Wings and Inferno. Ended 9-2. Which the Wings in that game, when I was watching them, I was like, man, they're probably gonna win this title because they were just smooth with it. Adam, you remember that game we watched them play against? Who was it? St. Louis.
Yes.
How smooth they were and how aggressive they were with the tackling. That's exactly what it was like.
I did see the highlights of that. because they published that on YouTube.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's they that was they're probably the best performance of the weekend. And then day 2, you had Kings and Inferno for the first game, which was 10-7. Second game was Wings and Bombers, and that was 6-3, which was a good game too. That was a good game. And then the last day you had Wings Kings, which was a phenomenal game, 6-5. And then the last game was Infernos and Bombers, and that ended 6-4. 6-4, yeah. 6-4, yeah. And it was a good game too. But that Omaha Kings and Wings, that was probably the game of the tournament for me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Omaha came into play like no one expected that. Like I didn't expect that. I was like, let's see what they got. And the first game I was like, oh, okay. Because I don't even think the Bombers thought that either. And then the Wings game against the Inferno, I feel like because Inferno, I'm pretty sure they drove up that same day of the game, so they were probably like tired from the road. And I'm like, but that's not an excuse. They knew what they were getting to. They should have rested. They should have done what they needed to. But you could feel that they were just dead.
Their first game was against the Wings. Like
I know, that's what I say. So you're traveling the same day, and then you got the hardest team in the league. Like, come on. So, but I mean, credit to them. They didn't give up the entire game. They kept fighting. So
this is true.
Props to them. And then the Bombers game, that was a good one too. I was not expecting that either. That was great performance by Omaha all around. And then the second day, that was a good day too, all around. That was the Omaha Kings versus Inferno, and that one was kind of a scarce for the Inferno, but that was good for the Kings. And then the third day, the Kings came out to play too. This is the last game. We got to kill it.
I honestly thought they were going to win the game.
Me too. As good as they were played.
They were in the lead. The way they were playing, I was like, man, there's no way the Wings are going to come back. And how's it? Benji and Taylor put the team on their back and they did a thing. Those two
phenomenal players. Benji's definitely impressive.
Benji, very, very impressive. I actually played with Benji. I met Benji in Albuquerque playing on a street soccer tournament. That's where I met him, and he's like, "Oh, you play with the Comets?" I'm like, "Yeah." And him and I just became really good friends. And then before he went to the Wings, he called me and said, "Hey, they called me from the Wings. What do you think?" I was like, "I think you should go." I was like, "I don't know what you're asking me for. Like, go." Like, that's a no-brainer. It's a big franchise. It's a big team. It's a good stepping stone for you. Like, you need to go. And then they have connects with the Comets, or you're closer to people where they can send you to an M1 team. Like, it's just a smart move for him. In the long run, he went over there and is doing his thing, and I'm very proud of him as well. Because he's a pretty young guy as well. Yeah. I told him he needs to stop flopping, though. When he played against, I think it was the Sunflowers. He was on the floor more than anybody else. Like, bro, you need to stop diving. He played good this weekend, though. He played really good.
Talking about, like, people getting decked, the Omaha had it tough that first game. They were getting decked left and right. I know some of them probably shouldn't have been blue cards, but fouls. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, there were some that were pretty rough, though. But the Bombers, that's the way they are. They're a strong team. When they go to you full force, they don't care who you are. And we played them for a while now. They come to Albuquerque. They bring a team in Albuquerque to play outdoor. And they're usually in the finals playing our team, and they always go at it.
So speaking of the M2, who would you say is the team you hate playing the most?
The team I hate playing the most right now? I don't know. I don't really hate anybody.
All right, dislike then.
Okay. That are in the league right now, or they were in the league when we played last season?
When you played last season.
The Rumble. I hated playing those guys. I don't know how to say this, but they were really rude. They were really, I don't want to say they're dicks, but I don't know if I can say that.
Say whatever.
Yeah, they're just dirty. They think they run the show. I just didn't like the environment. And then the way they treated us at the end wasn't really good. Like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a good experience going to play them. Honestly, out of everybody we went to play, that's probably the worst team I hate playing. I hate playing those guys. And then we're glad we always spanked them. I'm glad we always killed them by 8 goals. Because it was, we're gonna kill everybody, and they never did anything. They were just an annoying team, honestly. I'm glad that they're not
good. I get it. So what was your favorite away team then? Like, or away game?
My favorite away team would have to be either the Wings or Austin was pretty fun to play with too. Against and Inferno's always fun because back in the day I used to play with those guys in the PSL with the Blizzards. That's how I know them all. I met them playing through the
I was
PSL.
gonna ask if they were the same team. I was gonna ask that because when they had joined the MASL, they were the Blizzards, right? And then they changed to Inferno.
They were MSL to the Rumble because what happened? Someone went and tried to help the coach and the owner, and then the guy just took everything. And so then the owner just kind of left, and Gary kind of just took him. And then that was when the team completely changed. So that's one of the other reasons why I don't really like playing that team. I don't really like when people go behind people's back and do things like that. Like, that's not okay. And in any world, like, who goes behind someone's back and steal someone's team and do stuff like that, or go behind their backs? Like, that's my thing.
No, that makes sense. We had a little bit of that in the MSL in M1 with Orlando.
Yep.
And just, there's no place for that in any sport.
And that's what I'm like, it's like, if you want to be part of it, but don't take it from someone else and say, oh, it's mine, and then steal everything. That's not the way to do it. Like, partner up and do it right. That's why the whole the name change, the logo change is because that's why.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad to say, but it happens all the time. Like, indoor, outdoor, it always happens.
That is sad to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
So what could you see for yourself next? If, obviously you want to play for the Runners and all that, but given they're not playing, you might play for another team. But what happens beyond that?
I want to play until I can possibly play. I have my own goal. I want to do a CrossFit competition and see where I can go with CrossFit and soccer at the same time. I'm actually taking courses and trying to learn more about it. Like I said, I fell in love with it. It's crazy. People that's the craziest thing you do. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I like it. My buddy likes it. So
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people don't even know what it is, and then I show them, and they're like, "Oh shit, that's expensive." Right? We bike ride and run and swim and do all that stuff all in one workout. That's like a 3-hour workout. You're like, "Oh shit, yeah." So if I can do that, I can last 2 hours in a soccer game. I mean, I'm just standing in the goal. So that's what my thing is. I wanted to be in better shape than my actual field players. That way they're not like, oh, you don't do anything. I was like, well, I can run you whenever you want to run. Let's go run. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just at that point in my life. And I was also pointing fingers, like, why my stuff wasn't really working, like why I wasn't getting scored on. I wasn't really pointing fingers at myself. So that's the other reason why I started doing all this. So I started watching video, and that's kind of what I was like, shoot.
Sure. Well, yeah, I mean, we've had this discussion with a number of people. You're in the first 5 minutes, you're touching the ball more than most players are the whole game.
Yeah.
In a typical indoor game, you're just until they change that rule, you're gonna be the guy on the ball almost, the entire first quarter.
And a lot of my team knows that I love having the ball because in college I played forward, in high school I played forward, I played goalkeeper growing up, and then I actually started playing indoor goalie with the New Mexico Banditos back in like 2000 or something. I don't even remember how. I was 17 or 18 when I played my first PSL game, and that's where I played goalie for the first time ever indoor or anything.
Wow.
And then I moved to Arizona to play college ball, played forward, and then another PSL team, I think they were called the Warriors back in the day, and then the Inferno as well from Arizona. I played with them as a goalie because I could play with my feet and my hands because I had both of them. So that's how it all started. But I was originally a forward.
Wow. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you know the position best because you used to score on them.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't been doing much of that lately. So when I play for fun, I like to play forward to kind of get used to how people shoot and stuff. But yeah. Hey, but you never know. I might play forward one of these days.
There you go. They were talking about Chris Toth playing defense last night.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea because of what happened with the COVID, right?
Right. And they were saying if they didn't get enough players, that he would suit up and play defense. And we saw him in KC at the All-Star game, and when they were warming up, he wasn't in goal at all. He was playing field. I'm like, I know who that is, and who that is. Holy shit, that's Chris Toth playing field right there.
Yeah, and it's common. Most goalies in indoor do like playing on the field more than most people realize, or that's their second position, and people don't realize, oh, you were a forward or you were a defender back in the day. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Danny Waltman said nobody wants to play goalkeeper. Like he wants to play forward, but they won't let him because he's so good at goalkeepers. So
That's what the runners. I was like, I want to play goalie or forward, and they're like, no, you're playing goalie. You're the only good goalie. Come on now. I was like, I like to be Jorge Campos. Come.
El Conejo, this guy.
And Brody.
Oh, that's good. That's good. No, but so Casey, no, we really appreciate you hopping on. We hate to keep it to a limit just because we have a busy night ahead of us. But we really appreciate you coming on. Anytime we can get you back on, please do. Especially because I need someone to talk to about the M2. This guy won't watch the stuff with me.
Oh, he's being a hater. It's fun, man. Don't worry. You can watch me now.
It's not bad.
If I get on a team this season, you have to watch a game, Adam. At least one.
Absolutely.
If I have to pay for it for you, I'll pay it for you.
No, I got that.
I've got one of those guitars, so you can just
No, yeah. So we watched the Central Cup. I watched all those games, and there were a couple M3 games that played that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like I'm not in tune with the schedule at all. So I just have no idea when the games are and what's going on. And then, I watched a couple on Facebook Live because most of them were on Facebook last year.
Yeah.
I remember watching whoever has the red carpet. I think it's Colorado.
Yeah, it's Inferno. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a couple of their games, a couple of this is going back 2 or 3 years, a couple different games around. But I just over the weekend had no time, but I would as soon as you're on a team, you let me know and I'm there.
I'm just messing with you. No, like I said, I'm talking to a couple of teams, and once I decide what I'm going to do, and I'll let you guys know. We can do another show and let you know how that's going and how the transition's going and what the plan is. But I have been talking to a couple of teams, and we are discussing what I'm going to do. So, and I am moving, so that'll work out a little bit better.
Just keep us posted. Just keep it. When you get signed, we'll get you back on here and we can talk about it.
All right, sounds good. We can do that. I'll have my New Jersey on. Don't tell Andres that he'll fire me.
Hey, thanks, bud. We really appreciate you coming on. All right.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, ladies, have a good night.
You do the same.
Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. No, he's a good guy, man. I like him a lot. I like his energy. I can't wait to see him on the field again.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I feel bad that it's taken so long because there's other people we talked about back in like April and May. Oh yeah, we got to get you on the show. And then here it is. What even month is it? January still? I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. What year is it? I haven't had to write down 2021 yet.
So in that first article I posted about the intro to the foundation, I saw a typo when I said earlier this year, and we were already in 2021, but I was talking about 2020. I had to go back and fix it, but it's all good.
I read it as season. I didn't even think that.
I could have went with that.
Someone's joining us.
Chris,
who's joining us?
How's it going, buddy? How's the knee? Hope the knee's I hope that everything's all right.
Who are you talking to?
Chris Funk. He messaged us on the chat.
Oh, hey Chris. Yeah, how's the knee going?
Come on, man.
Matthew L. Huber crap. Oh, hi.
Look at this guy. Look at this
guy.
guy.
What do you got?
All-star jersey and everything.
So that's the Elton shirt then, huh?
That's the Elton, and then the Dominic Francis one's right there.
Nice.
Matt, can I just tell you how impressive it is that hasn't fallen?
Which one? All of it? Yeah. Well, I make sure it's tucked in, so.
No, but I mean that the frame. Never mind. It's impressive because it's a mirror originally, right?
What's that?
It's a mirror, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The fact that it's standing up, it's impressive.
Well, thank you.
Meanwhile, it's blocking the giant hole in the wall because it fell down already.
Yeah, a couple of times now.
Then you got to put jerseys over because all the glass broke.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happened.
Nice. So we got some games over the weekend.
We did,
yeah.
Some fun games.
Yeah.
I was undefeated. I got both of them right.
So did I.
No, you didn't.
I know I did.
I think I was the only one, right? I was the one.
And Hannah. I'm going to throw Hannah too.
And Hannah too.
So I chose Tacoma over KC and Tacoma over St. Louis. So did you.
You must have wrote that incorrectly. I don't remember saying that.
Gio, you had both of them wrong.
Damn it.
I mean, other than that, you did fine, but other than getting them both wrong, you did fine.
I had them backwards. I had St. Louis winning by 2 KC winning by 2 and Tacoma winning by 1. Or was that backwards?
The other way around, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't get either of them. Oh,
yeah.
So Hannah's the only one that did good. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I would expect that.
Me too. Yeah.
She's good at that.
I was just trying to, cover up my flaws.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, shameless plug, by the way. Speaking of Hannah, Hannah will be live Friday with her picks for this weekend's games before the games start. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So first game, Tacoma but both games are Tacoma games at the Comets first. I love the Comets. I love everything about the organization except for maybe one player. But they did what they did. So 3 out of 4 games this season so far, they blew a 3-goal lead in the second half and lost.
Can I just say something? The reason they lost is 100% Nick Vasso's fault.
Why? Oh, because
because Eric goes, who's gonna be the hero? And he goes, Keith.
Yeah, that was funny. That was.
And Eric goes,
well, he's not wrong. He wasn't wrong.
Right.
He wasn't wrong, but Eric goes. I meant who's going to be the hero for KC?
Oh, well, in that case.
Well, it's a horse of a different color there.
But I mean, it was 5-2 going into the second half.
Yeah.
And then
capitulated.
I mean, Pereira stepped it up.
Yeah.
Pereira has this move. He's on the goalkeeper's right, and he rolls it, and he's going to shoot, and he's going top, upper 90, far post, far corner, and yet he still burns people on to cut to the inside, or I guess to the outside every time, and he still gets a shot off. And it almost doesn't even matter if they try to block it because he bends it around everybody. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
The problem is that they react too slow. So like he does that like little rollout and then he takes a shot. Like as soon as they see his foot go on top, they should be closing in that gap.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I was a defender sitting in front of him, that's what I would do.
I would fall to the ground and cry in a fetal position.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, right. But not in front of him, because then I would maybe block the shot with my head or something.
With our luck, any of us who do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if it's for the team, take a dive and get hit in the
head. But I mean, KC played a great first half. Tacoma played a great second half. And Tacoma really, I mean, they didn't do a bad first half.
Yeah, it wasn't, so did it surprise you guys they put in Waltman in the second half? It didn't surprise me at all.
Nah.
No, I think everyone knew that was going to happen because they were making so many comments about, will we see Waltman in the second half? What do you think is going to happen? Now the question is, did they plan it? Or was it because
Chris was having a rough night?
Because of Chris having a rough night, right? Because so it was 4-2 after first half. It wasn't 5. Yeah, so it was 4-2. And then it was 5-2 in the third.
Then it was 5. It was 5-3 up until 3 minutes left or something like that.
It shows the fourth goal was 12:31, so even less than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like Chris did have a rough night, but it wasn't just Chris. I mean, that the first half, Dantas was playing a little bit slow. Nick was playing a little bit slow. Gutierrez was playing a little bit slow. It just the forwards weren't really there. So I mean, honestly, it's probably just because it was their first game. They probably are not right. There was like that shock of like, oh crap, this is the speed of the game. It's been a
Yeah.
while,
Yeah.
right? It's been a
Well,
while.
and then
And
let's talk about them scoring 5-4 with 2.5 minutes left, and then taking a too many men penalty on the sixth attacker.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, well, game's over now. All they got to do is play keep away, and there goes Ramos all the way down the field. And he split two defenders who were on angles. I don't know how he did that.
again, KC falls apart when they're on their toes and they're being pressured. It's happened 3 games already.
So
I usually fall when I go on my toes too. I really don't have a lot of.
You ever seen when like at the ballet when the ballerinas are all up on their toes?
Yeah.
Right, it's gonna be like ballerinas.
Why don't they find taller ballerinas? Okay.
I think. Never mind.
You told me I couldn't end the show with a joke, so I'm getting in and out of the way.
Just get it all in right now.
So let's talk about the fact that in the third quarter, up 3 goals, KC just played back and played defense.
So now here, I'm gonna ask you guys a question, right? My question is, did KC play bad, or did KC lose their morale when they saw Waltman do what he did?
Yes. The answer to your question is yes. I think the first problem, I hate it in any sport when you watch a team trying not to lose. Like you play not to lose, you're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean you pull all 5 guys up and charge all 5 every play, but you don't just, as soon as you lose the ball, just everyone sit behind the yellow line and wait and go back in your defensive shell. I mean, I watched the Wave do that against, somebody, and it worked for 9.5 minutes or whatever it was. And it was great because it got them to win the championship the next game. Won't mention who they beat. Bless. But it just, you got to have everything clicking when you do that. In a team that's 1-4, 1-3, what are the standings here? They were 1-3 at the time.
1-4 now.
1-4 now. That isn't the time that everything's clicking. That's the time you need to figure out your game and figure out getting back on track. And I mean, I like the idea. You're up 3. Let's play more defensively, but you can't just give up.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the players gave up. I think strategy-wise, they just, okay, we're going in this shell. We're going to prevent them from scoring. And even if we give up a goal or 2, that'll be fine. But then all of a sudden, this weird 6th attacker thing, you probably relax even more. Or, I mean, not 6, too many men on the field. So you get a 2-minute penalty with 2 minutes left in the game, and you probably relax even more. And it looked like 5-on-5 before Ramos got the breakaway. It didn't even look like they were on the power play at all. So it's even more of, all we have to do is kill this off and we win, and then all of a sudden we're in overtime and bam, the game's over. So yeah, that was, but yeah, I think Waltman saving all those crazy shots in a row was like, okay, we're done.
That has to do something to your morale. So like the 2 mistakes, well, not really mistakes. The good thing on Tacoma's part is Waltman did what he did, and then KC's mistake is changing who they are. KC's best when they're on the front foot and not when they're parking or sitting in their shell.
Absolutely.
That when McDonald or Adam James is pushing that ball forward is when they're in their best and their most threatening. But when they decide to just close it in, it's just they're not that team.
Well, their big thing is they have this young team this year.
Right.
So use it. Use the speed. Young should equal speed, and just go.
And that's when they're best. When they're pushing forward and they're moving that ball and they're not allowing the other team to have it, that's when they're at their best. When they do that thing where they press as soon as they lose the ball and then they take it away, that's when they're at their best. Not when you're defending it behind your yellow line, because that's not your best.
But to the morale thing, I watched Danny Waltman do that to the Wave several years in a row.
It's heartbreaking.
Where and every game was like they would possess, the Wave would possess the ball for 3 minutes straight, and he would block whatever shot came at him, and then they have one weird block or bounce off the walls or whatever, and then 3 KC guys were going one way, and the Wave were lucky if they got 2 back, and they were just deadly on those breakaways and those odd man rushes, and it's like, well, how do we just possess 90% of the game and then lose? And it's like, well, you look at Waltman and you look at just their speed, and they almost have the same thing now.
Yeah. Neto's good, man. Neto's good.
So let's talk about the fact that 12 games could be your season this year, and they're 1-4. Now, granted, we don't have any idea what the playoff format's going to be. We kind of came up with our own idea of the fact that because there's 7 teams and the old MASL used to do 4 to the playoffs, that it might be 4. Somebody posted in one of the posts that they thought it was going to be 10 teams, which is impressive considering there's only 7 playing. And then I think, Matt, you said you heard 6, or Gio, you said you heard 6, which that's rude. That's just like, oh, which one of you doesn't qualify?
Oh yeah. So in a podcast that belongs to an official team, I won't say which, but
it's a podcast. It's public, so you can say it.
This is Adam. His jersey, they were saying that it might be. It's nothing confirmed, but it might be 6.
We still don't know what's the status of the East teams. No news this week from last time. Let's assume that that there's only 7 playing. How do you just kick out one team and let the rest go to the playoffs?
That doesn't make any sense. I think if you have, like, let's say, for example, the New York teams decide to play, then we'd have 9, and then, kick out 6 or 4 or 5 or whatever.
I could see that, yeah.
But so to go back to your point, decisions will be made in early February. That's what I've heard.
Next week.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. And Utica's, the AHL, they are going to have games, but I haven't heard anything about fans yet at the Adirondack Bank Center. So,
okay.
They're hopeful. They're still hopeful. Of course, they've been hopeful for the last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. It'll come down to the first game.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
I don't think, regardless of what happens, I don't think the Blasts are coming this year or this season. They're definitely out. Rochester, I'm assuming, is the same boat as Utica, and Harrisburg is probably out.
Yeah.
And if Harrisburg is out, there are 2 guys that I would love to see on Utica. I will not name names, but I'll just point at their jerseys.
Yeah. I could. That would be.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Dude.
All right. So St. Louis, and then next game was Tacoma St. Louis, and
great game.
I think St. Louis finally put a full game together.
Yep.
Great.
And
Absolutely.
Congratulations. And not against a weak team. I don't think that. So there's a story that went, that everyone probably saw or maybe not saw, that nobody tested positive, but 4 players from Tacoma were around someone who was positive, and for the sake and safety, those 4 didn't play in that game. I think, and I can't remember who I said this was the other night, and who I was even talking to when I said it. I think it was Keats, Jones, Holloman.
No, it was Keats, Ramos, Correa, and someone else.
Because there were names that were on the roster that on the game day roster that didn't match up with who was on the field.
Yeah.
Is there a
Keats
number?
Keats and Ramos, I think, were the two big ones.
I mean, and those are big names, but
I was going to say those are really big names.
But they were never really in it. That game was like all St. Louis the whole game. And they had a couple
Blunders.
blunder goals, Paulo coming out and giving one up, but they were 0-2, 0-3 on the power play. Tacoma was. So I think Tacoma would have expected to come in and split or sweep. I think a lot of people thought they were going to split. I thought they were going to sweep, but I thought if they split, they would be reversed. But I think Ambush they won 3 in a row. And we were talking about how they were missing shots and couldn't shoot on target, and now all of a sudden they won 3 games in a row. It's like, where did that come from?
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, it's kind of like Kansas City. We said Kansas City has a young team. St. Louis has a pretty young team too, and they're fast and they know how to utilize that.
Yep.
And against a Tacoma team that played 2 nights prior and had 4 guys out.
Yep.
Yeah, the line changes are going to be a little off, and they're going to tire themselves out. That's what happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and also, the biggest thing was that they weren't putting the shots on frame, and that's what they are doing now.
Yep. It's funny because I heard Matthew Birds, the color commentator, mention that, well, the problem is they're putting all the shots right at the goalkeeper, and it's like, well, it's better than putting them 6 feet off to the side of the goal.
We're up in like the second deck.
Right.
Yeah. Again, Danny, kept it somewhat close. He saved 16 shots, only allowed 5 in. Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah. So both good games. So let's get to the part where everyone loves when I talk about it, the broadcast. So Kansas City.
Oh, do we stand?
You don't have to sing.
I'm just gonna say.
So my scale of these broadcasts were think of what it would take to get on, take anything on TV you see right now, hockey, basketball, football, professional soccer, and that's a 10 out of 10. I give Casey a 10 out of 10 for audio and video. They fixed the issue where the camera was too far away, and audio is always way up there anyway.
Yeah, the only hiccup was in overtime, which we found out was probably the arena dropped Wi-Fi for a moment.
Yeah. Which
yeah,
I don't consider that going against the quality of the audio and video. Now, if it went out every 15 seconds throughout the game and it paused like your phone does all the time, Matt, if it did that, then yeah, I would count that against them. But I think if it's a one-time, now granted, it was right at the beginning of overtime and that was the timing on it really sucked, but it was completely out of their control. I don't take that away from them at all.
The fact that they were able to pull it back in time for us to see the winning goal.
Right. They missed about a minute and a half of the actual gameplay, and to have an internet connection drop and have it come back online that fast is just like great. I mean, that's almost extra points for them.
Yeah.
But let's talk St. Louis. And again, I'm not going to give a standing ovation, but I'll put my hands over my head and clap. Video, you could tell something changed with the video. The cameras are much better quality. They aren't as blurry, but they ran in a situation where their top camera was too far away. So video, I give them an 8 out of 10, which I think is right on the verge of being able to get there. And I think just with some slight adjustments, they can get there because the quality is definitely better. I don't know if they switch cameras out. They also did have an issue with the focus going in and out of focus. And then the camera guy just sleeping on the job. Like, hey, the ball's over there. And the camera guy's like, oh, now we're over here now. Did that like 7 or 8 times, enough once or twice is fine because you sneeze or you drop your pen or you hit your head on something or whatever. But like that many times, he's either doing too many jobs or he's not paying attention, answering his phone or whatever. Audio, like 100% improvement because they got the levels so that it didn't just completely clip. But it's still the point where when the primary guy, Patrick,
yeah, I think it's his name, Patrick.
when he gets totally excited and goes crazy, it's very loud. But I give it a 7 out of 10, which I think is a very good mark.
Yeah.
I think and then a bonus for each. In the Casey game, they had the halftime interview with Waltman, but they recorded it pregame. Every team should do that.
Yes.
It doesn't take any effort. You do the video right before the game or even right before warm-ups or whenever, and then you don't have to have anyone live to do anything, and they just hit the button and play the video throughout the halftime.
So are you also giving them bonus points for the 33 shout-outs that you got during the game?
I got 2. I tried to get more.
3. I think you got 3.
Oh, I got 3. Okay.
No, I'm gonna have to go back and watch them.
So Friday nights for me and work are pretty interesting because I work in IT and I work like a standard 8 to 5 job. And granted, in IT, we have scheduled stuff we do off hours all the time, but we had a system go down at like 3 p.m. on Friday. I didn't log off until 1 a.m. Saturday morning. But because I was on a shared conference call where I could mute my line most of the time, I was able to watch like 99% of the game with the audio on. Didn't watch it on my TV. I watched it on my second monitor, but it's a 4K monitor and it's right over here. But I tried to get someone to say on the air, sorry, Matt, Adam has exclusive shout out rights for this game. Try again next time. But
It didn't work.
Someone did.
So funny you mentioned that. So Gio and I were watching the M2 game on, was it Saturday?
Was it Saturday or was it Friday?
Were we watching it on Saturday when I was messaging you where they? Or was
Oh
it
yeah,
Friday?
yeah. It was Friday. It was Friday.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So it was Friday. So, so Wichita has a way of like not having players' information in front of them, and it was like, oh, number 14 is.
That was Friday.
Okay, so it was Friday. Okay, so I was like, number 14. Oh, I don't have them on the thing. I go to Gio. I go, Gio, should we go in the chat and just say like, hey, number 14 is Adam Granatella, just to see if they'd say it.
Did they say it?
No.
Oh.
But it was Friday.
But it was Friday.
Because that would have been good to have shout outs in a game I wasn't even involved
No,
in.
that would have not been good.
No, those are good games though. They were good games.
But,
you missed it, Adam. I mean, Matt. We were talking about him with Casey, and he really enjoyed the level too. So
yeah,
Yeah,
broadcast-
they were great. They were great games. The great games I saw were pretty good.
the broadcast too, Adam. You would be happy to hear that they were great.
good.
Volumes were great. The audio. I mean, the video.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
I'm
can
gonna
teach.
sit in
Maybe they
class.
can teach Florida how to do it.
Yeah.
The one thing I liked in the St. Louis halftime game was they had the little graphic. And it didn't add a whole lot, but they had like the commercials on one big window, and then they had the.
Yeah, that's a neat idea. I like that.
Yeah,
They've been
that was
doing
cool.
that recently. In their
Yeah,
game.
right. That's the second or third time I've seen it.
Yeah. By the way, I want to point out Sid's comment. That sums up a lot of what St. Louis did. He said that they were organized and they didn't break when they were under pressure, and people that haven't been scored.
Yeah.
And it was a good game. They played a great game, so
Let's
they
talk about the
deserved it.
speed of Howard Miller. Holy crap.
Dude, I was saying that when the first weekend when they played Florida, I was like, this guy is good, man. This guy is good.
He had the one play where he ran down the guy all the way on the. Where did this guy come from?
He wasn't there last season. He was there 2 seasons ago, and he just for some reason didn't play last season.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought this wasn't his first season.
Yeah.
Question for you guys.
No.
Here it is.
Four.
I've been teasing this to you guys all week or all weekend. Who would win in a 3-quarter indoor game? Last season's Turlock or this season's Kansas City?
Last season's Turlock or this season's Kansas City?
In a 3-quarter game.
Oh, crap.
Where is it being played?
That's a good question. I think
I think if it's played in Turlock, Turlock would win.
I think
And
so.
I think if Kansas City hosted it, I think Kansas City would win.
What if we did a neutral?
Full. Let's say it's in.
Okay. If it's neutral, if it's played in Baltimore, Turlock wins, and then any other arena would be Kansas City.
Neutral Monterrey, because not Monterrey, Sonora. Wait, is it Monterrey? Yeah, Monterrey, because it's 180, right?
It's bigger than Sonora, but not full size. Yeah.
Kansas City.
It's halfway.
Kansas City.
Hey, Jay's not in the chat, but I want to give a shout out to Jay. Jay Miller started a new YouTube channel. You can see his links in the box group. He's doing some fun stuff. His first video was ranking the team names, and he always starts at the bottom and works his way up.
The first one was the disclaimer.
The first one was the disclaimer, the intro, and
which is hilarious,
which was good. The second one was ranking the team names. The third one, he realized he probably shouldn't wear a kilt with nothing under it and have the camera that close. And he had to break, for some reason, his YouTube account isn't allowing him to upload videos over 15 minutes. He ranked the arenas based on watching them from the broadcasts. Turlock was last. No one saw that coming. Wave was fifth. And he's obviously a Wave fan. Monterey was first, which I thought was very interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah.
I could see that. I mean, it's very professional. Monterrey Arena is really, really nice.
I think a big portion of it was that they held the most people, or the potential to hold the most people.
I saw that he was trying to buy koozies from all the teams and can only buy a koozie from one team.
Utica. And he has like 5 from the Wave, so he didn't worry about
Baltimore sells koozies. Hi, Jack, by the way.
Yeah, Jack.
How dare you? He ranked Utica last in names.
That's Jack. Don't worry about that. I had a discussion.
We gotta invite Brian Farber, right? But I just want to say one thing, and Matt's probably gonna want to like reach through the screen and just punch me right in the mouth.
I would not do that. You've been through a lot. Your knee and your hand and the dental work, and no, you've had a rough time.
I appreciate it, man.
I'll just keep your hat for another couple weeks.
Oh, never mind. No, but I just don't like the FC thing. I don't. No team should in the arena game should have FC.
What's wrong with FC?
Because
everything
apparently it is. Because if we're trying to separate ourselves from the image or the shadow of soccer, we can't have FC from that's literally soccer.
What do you think FC stands for?
Football club.
No, it's fried corn dogs.
No, come on.
Yeah.
Tell the teams that.
Okay.
Fine. The flying corn dogs. I like flying corn dogs better.
Ooh, the flying corn. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem is you're gonna have to change your tattoo now because they're gonna have to change your logo.
Well, no, I could put like a corn dog like right here and then have it like flying, like circling the UCFC logo.
Yeah. No, I thought Jay's videos were pretty interesting.
I haven't seen them yet.
Definitely enjoyable, worth a watch. It's just him in a chair talking, but he's engrossing and it's
pretty funny.
It's funny because some of the stuff he says, I don't know if he means it as a joke because he doesn't show any real facial expressions. He just kind of says stuff. And like, come on, guys. All you need is like 2 cans of paint and you'll like jump up to the top. Yeah, it was pretty good. You probably won't like what he says about Utica.
Yeah, you probably won't.
That's okay.
And by the way,
is it just the team name or is it everything?
No, he ranked you in Utica was in the top 5 for venues.
Oh, okay. Then that's fine.
No, but
I've heard so many negative things about the FC thing. I'm like, man, whatever.
Just to point out, the Blast name comes from the Cannons because of Fort McHenry. That's why.
Did they shoot out soccer balls?
No, but that's why they use that name.
So
There's
Utica's
nothing
name
really
is more
like.
soccer related
There's
than
nothing
was
really
last?
Utica is like. you
Well,
can't
obviously,
really
it's
put
to
it-
play on like, hey, shoot, blah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't get it. Utica, there's nothing really you could put for like a team name for Utica. So I think Utica City FC is probably the best option, I think.
I like the
Utica
fact that nobody
Utica
calls it
City,
Utica City FC. It's always UCFC.
Utica Knights.
Utica Silver Knights. Why didn't anyone think of that?
Why did no one think of that?
I'm pretty sure Silver Knights wasn't taken.
No, it probably wasn't.
Oh,
All right. So I messaged Brian telling him we need a couple minutes. Let's talk about the games this weekend real quick. So this weekend,
I don't even know who's playing this weekend.
in the spirit of pay-per-view, they scheduled all the games at the same time. So Friday night,
Oh, I forgot about this.
there's a game at 7 and then a game at 7:30. These are all Central Time. And then Saturday, both games are at 3. I understand arena availability. You're right. I mean, I get arena availability. I get this, but
You must choose.
right, exactly. So kicking off Friday night is my choice is already made for me because it's the Soccer's, San Diego Soccer's. Welcome to the MASL season this season. Playing at the Comets at 7:00. That's my game of the week, without a doubt. Without it, I wouldn't even have to look at the other games, and that would be my game of the week.
Well, considering I don't know the other ones, then yes, I agree with you.
7:30 is Tropics at the Ambush, which now should be a really good
that's
game.
an intriguing.
That's a good game.
It's going to
Sorry.
be a really good game, but why do I have to choose? I mean, granted, I'm going to have one on my TV and one on my laptop, unless work blows up again and I'm fucking down here watching this on the stupid monitor.
Hope not.
But why do I have to choose to watch those? Potentially 4 playoff teams, whatever the playoff formats are going to be. But then Sunday, both at 3:00 is, and again, this one I know exactly which game this is. It's the doubleheader of Tropics at Ambush, and then it's Soccer's at Sidekicks. Yeah.
Man, sidekicks are gonna. I mean, Soccers are gonna have a high scoring weekend.
Yeah. So picks. Soccer's at Comets Friday night.
Soccers,
Me too.
without a doubt. That might be a blowout game.
I'm going to go upset special. I'm going to take Kansas City.
It's gonna be a blowout game.
Nope. I thought, okay, so the reason why I'm picking Kansas City is because I'm kind of going off of what we saw Tacoma do. Now, Tacoma, it was their first game of the season. They came out pretty slow. I see San Diego doing the same thing. I'm glad Brian Farber's not on right now because I'm sure he's probably watching. I think they'll start off slow. I would say Kansas City by 1. They can put it together, and they're going to have to if they're going to want to be in the playoffs. So I'm going to go opposite of you guys.
All right.
I'm going to take Kansas City.
This is what I say. The first half is gonna be slow, but that second half, Soccers are gonna come out all cylinders firing. It's gonna be a blowout.
Hasn't that been every game this season so far?
But you have Neto in goal. Neto in goal he's good.
First of all, Escote's back. Tavares there. Charles is there. Gordy's there. I mean, do I need to keep going? Like, it's just.
Well, we said that with Tacoma too.
No, but their
We
forwards
named
are
off
not.
a bunch of people for Tacoma, and it's still. I just think it's going to be a little lower scoring than you guys think.
All right.
We'll see.
I think-
We'll see.
If Casey wins, it's by 1. If San Diego wins, it'll be by 4.
Yes, if not more.
Yeah. All right. So Florida at the Ambush.
Oh, that's a good game now.
That's
picking Florida. I'm picking Florida.
It's going to be Florida.
I'm going ambush.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to ambush.
Oh,
All right. Florida at ambush take 2. It's a full day and a half later, so it's not the next day.
Right.
It goes from Friday night to Sunday, so they do get a day off.
I'm going to take Florida again.
So am I. If Gio, it's on you. Do you have to type in some more, or are you going to pick the same thing?
I think I'm going to pick the same thing.
All right. So both games, we pick the same thing. All
That
right.
would be crazy, though. St. Louis sweep?
I'm picking the same thing. I have faith in St. Louis.
I do too, but geez.
They're just if they play the way they played this weekend, without a doubt. Because think about it, the first game, Florida's coming off of a break. KC's coming off. I mean, KC, St. Louis is coming off of one of the more intense games. I don't know. That second game might be closer though.
All right, and then the final game. I've already written down what I think is going to happen. San Diego at Dallas.
Dude, come on, this is all three of us are going San Diego.
Oh, I thought you were going to pick Dallas.
I would love to, but they're just not ready, man. Not for San Diego.
No.
Not for San Diego.
I agree, but I thought you'd be faithful. But no, that's fine.
That's messed up. Don't guilt me into it.
You've got to pick them. They're your team.
Scotty says Max Ferdinand in overtime the second game. And Scotty also says, depending on how injury depleted Kansas City is, we did hear that Kevin Ellis should be back for this weekend.
Yep.
And I think he was missing you remember my brilliant prediction from 2 weekends ago.
Oh God. But yeah,
So,
it's gonna be an interesting weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend.
I need to know which one's.
I don't know how much of it I'm going to watch, but.
well,
I'll
I'm
try
going
to
to do the
catch all of
TV laptop thing, and then I guess I won't
I can't.
see.
The thing is, I can't stream it on my TV because it's Facebook. So
you tried
I'll
it recently?
Why don't you?
I tried it during the Central Cup, and it
Try it
didn't.
again.
I'll try it again.
Facebook has made changes to their app, and it's a lot of things are different with it.
Well, the thing is, I can't get the app. That's the problem. So what I have to do is I have to go on my PS4, go on the internet, browse Facebook, pull it up, and then do it that way.
Now,
So, and it doesn't load any video, so I don't know. I'll try it.
Okay.
Yeah, you should. They're going to be good games.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be great. I'm sure Hannah will probably want to watch the Florida game, but we'll see.
Yeah, that should. Well, let's try to figure it out for you this week.
Yeah, we do a Zoom meeting. IT support.
You just point your camera at the PS4 and we'll will it to work.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
All right, so I sent Brian the link and he hasn't replied or even seen it yet. So, how are you messaging him on Facebook?
I send him text messages.
Oh, you want to send him a text with the link? Can you copy the link?
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Send it to me. Send it to the chat.
All right, there it is.
So while we're talking, you made me feel guilty, guys.
Why?
Because I chose the soccer.
I wrote it down. I wrote down Geo Dallas.
No, you didn't.
Delete it. Yeah, I actually did. I typed it up.
Really?
So here's the thing. You can change your mind up until the day of the game.
No,
I can't. Once it comes out of my mouth, it's it.
So, but if you could do that, then there is no injury report. So
here, because this is what happened, right? So last weekend I wanted to do Tacoma St. Louis. If we go back and look at the video, that's what I said. But then I was like, no. I'm going to do it backwards. And look what happened. I was wrong both.
Yeah, you could have been right.
I could have been, but I changed my mind.
How does your PS4 get internet?
I make the phone a hotspot.
Maybe it's the hotspot.
You want this?
What is that?
It's a Chromecast.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's a great
It's
idea. What kind of phone do you
basically-
have first?
Like a Roku or a Fire Stick or something.
So you could pretty much just stream your phone to that.
Can I get this to you by Saturday? I should be able to if it ships tomorrow.
Look at
I got this for free for being a YouTube TV subscriber, and I don't use it. It's still
I
shrinking.
don't even know what I would do with that.
You plug it into your HDMI port on your TV, and then you
Stream.
go to that channel. It has a remote with it,
Oh, it does. Okay. All right.
and then
Well, we
you
can
can
try
get YouTube, YouTube TV, Netflix, Prime Video, Spotify, Disney, Hulu Plus, or Disney Plus and Hulu, Sling, HBO Max, CBS, Stars.
Facebook.
Well, it doesn't necessarily say Facebook on it.
It's kind of. I mean, kind of what we're going for.
Let me do some Googling.
I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure you could stream your phone to it and it'll just mirror.
You can
your
now
phone.
stream Facebook videos to your TV via Chromecast or Apple TV.
See, there you go. Boom. Done.
And that was from 2016.
Boom. Done.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna try to get this to you by this weekend.
All right.
But yeah.
So I sent him the link. So I don't know.
Oh, we have a highlight video to watch.
Oh, we do.
Let's celebrate some goalkeeping over the weekend. And I'll just play this and let it go.
So did we? So we already said this is
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah,
I,
wait. Let me stop sharing. We have the express written consent from the MASL to share highlight videos and portions of games not exceeding 30 seconds per clip. So we were
and
granted
we
that.
are not affiliated with the MASL. So
We're not affiliated with the MASL. So any
opinions and
opinions and swearing and all that kind of crap.
So,
Yeah.
so
and I want to thank the MASL for letting us do this.
Yes.
yeah.
So yeah, that's all I had.
There's good things coming, I think.
Yeah.
I
And
think we're going in the
also,
right direction.
you know, the point of the new intro was for the disclaimer at the bottom. But anyway.
Oh,
I know, but it doesn't hurt to do it again.
yes. All right. So we're gonna play. Do you guys want to see the new intro? I'll play the goalkeeping game first. So here's the goalkeeper videos.
Over to Kelly. Here's the fiery one with a shot, and a save is made by Waltman. Rebound shot, save! Waltman, a third one, saved! A fourth! Waltman is stoning everybody!
He can kind of play the game, can't he, Nick?
Oh my goodness!
And then the next one, of course, if you watch any of the games of the weekend, you know exactly what's coming.
Mitovic waits, hesitates. Now Paulo with
See-
Dantas on his back, moves in. Paulo shoots, he scores! Paulo goes coast to coast, and it's 3-1.
Who did that go off of? Because it went off of a Tacoma player.
Gutierrez. It went off Gutierrez.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because that happened in the Kansas City Tacoma game. There's a goal that went off of Pereira as well.
The funny thing is the defense Dantas was playing, or should I say the lack of?
The lack of right.
Oh,
So
man.
as I was telling you guys, so Danny Waltman was on, I think he was on the other end of one of the greatest saves ever. I mean, that was good. Don't get me wrong. That was, but in a game, Syracuse against Missouri, it was Brian O'Quinn that had 5 saves, and then Syracuse went down and scored. It was a power play. I think Syracuse had the power play. So that when I saw that kind of reminded me of it, because the close angle or the close proximity and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So while we're at it, because I don't think many people that are joining now might not have seen the intro, because we play the intro like immediately right away when we're live.
I didn't see it.
So here, we'll play this is our new intro video. Check it out, guys.
Everybody get.
So there you have it. New intro video.
See, it's not the same. That needs something else.
Like Geo telling me to hit the record button.
Not Geo. I'm gonna work on that.
Okay. All right. We got something in the works.
Oh man. But yeah. So there are all the videos. Now we are gonna have more highlights going forward. It's just today we had a busy schedule, so we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
We also got thank you to the M2 because they're allowing us to also use highlight videos. So it's really awesome. Really good stuff happening here.
Yeah. And we'll probably play. I don't know if we'll do them on the show. We're working on something, some kind of fancy graphic video thing here, where we may not use Zoom in the future, but we need some more testing on that.
Yeah.
Was that
So
Travis?
how much? So how much longer do we want to?
I don't know. I don't want to wait for him all night. Do we have anything more we want to talk about? I felt like we kind of rushed through the other stuff just to get him on.
Yeah.
What else do we have to talk about?
We can talk about and choose. I'm just kidding. We already talked about that.
Do we talk about the fact that all the games are scheduled at the same time?
I think we did. Yep. Let's see.
And it's not even like at least a half an hour. Like I can watch probably the last half an hour of Friday night's Ambush Tropics game on the TV because the KC game will be over because they're separated by half an hour. But on Sunday they're exactly at the same time.
What I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably watch Florida St. Louis, and then Saturday I'll probably watch
You're not gonna watch anything
Kansas City, San Diego.
Oh, I see.
And then Sunday, I'll probably watch
first.
There's a
both
whole
of
day
them
in there.
after I drop the kids off. What?
There's a whole day in between there where there's nothing to do. So wait.
Before we go down this lane, I have a question, right? I forgot my question.
Good.
We're already down the road. Too late.
Oh God, what was I thinking about? Anyways, go ahead.
So it's knee, his hand, his dental work, and now we have a slight case of amnesia. This is not going well for you.
Are you sure it's an amnesia, not just brain damage?
It might be brain damage.
He dove for a soccer ball and it got him in the head because he was on his toes.
Oh, should I tell that story? That lovely story? No, I should.
About you almost breaking your knee again?
Yeah.
My natural reaction.
Yeah.
The natural reaction story. That's a good one.
So Gio just had ACL surgery and decided to try to make a diving save or.
No, it was a volley
with his bad leg. No, it was your good leg, but you were standing on the bad leg.
Yeah, I put all the pressure on the bad leg and instantly collapsed and fell. But hey, I made contact.
Well, that's good. It's
all is excused then if you made contact.
I still got it.
Yeah, I mean, if you made contact.
Did you fall over, or did you just lose your balance and have to regain yourself?
No, I fell.
Is there any video of this?
No. But now I'm banned to touching soccer balls. All my assistant coaches yelled at me. My players yelled at me, and they're like, anytime you see a ball, just let it roll past you.
Yep. Yes.
Well, that's good. Good piece of advice there.
Be the Vinny on defense for a while. I hate to say that because I
gotta say, I'm gonna completely change the topic. These are comfy.
I like mine a lot.
These are very comfy.
And then I got the short sleeve one. It's almost so thin that, like, if I get caught in a rainstorm with it, it'll just disintegrate.
Yeah,
cool. It's a really.
I'm wearing a shirt underneath here, but
yeah,
this is a large, and it's like not like bad.
Yeah, the medium fit me perfectly. This San Diego jersey, it's weird because it's heavy, and the sleeves are really heavy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sleeves are 2 or 3 thicknesses, and San Diego is a much warmer. Like this is twice as heavy as the Wave jersey. And San Diego is a slightly warmer climate than Milwaukee is. You wearing it backwards now?
So this one is really nice, by the way. Thank you, Muskegon. I like this jersey. It's nice. I wish they still had it, but they don't. It's nice though.
That reminds me, I need to contact a team. So if any owners are watching or team affiliates and you want to help us do giveaways of some of your merchandise or something like a gift certificate for your site for merchandise, please contact us.
Yes.
Because I think that would be cool.
Yes.
We're trying to get a sponsorship from State Fair Corn Dogs, seriously, I've contacted them twice now, but I don't think that's going to happen because we need to be like a 501c3 LMNOP PDQ SOL corporation.
501c3.
And they told me to GFY. So,
oh man.
And normally, if I wasn't talking to someone, I would have logged out by now.
Oh, so
okay.
We had a good question. We had a question. We'll stick to the players that are playing this season, right? I'm gonna put that that restraint on.
hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec.
Yeah.
Brian Farber will not be on with us today.
Okay.
But we are going to reschedule, and we'll talk amongst ourselves and figure that out.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll put the pin on just sticking to the teams playing this season. Who is your least favorite player?
John Sosa.
Oh my God.
Adriano Dos Santos.
Jesus Christ.
Did I hesitate too long because I wanted to make?
I think I
hesitation there.
I was going to go first, but I figured I would let you. You had a.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I can see that.
No offense, John, as a person, but as a player, no.
Yeah, same with Adriano Dos Santos.
Right.
Well, it's a toss-up. It's either him or Sam.
Wait. Can we talk about that?
I'm going to go Sam Guernsey. I'm changing my mind. Sam Guernsey.
Can we talk about the fact that they published his transfer, from the Blast to Tacoma the day before just to get him on the roster?
And then he played.
Yeah. There was no official press release. The official press release happened in the middle of the game.
No,
I thought Facebook. I thought Tacoma posted something on Facebook, or was that the day after?
That was the day of the game.
Oh,
right.
Was it?
But it wasn't during the game.
It was during the game. It was like half an hour before or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like that. I can't remember.
So
but they just so he could play.
Who's your least favorite player playing right
mine?
now? Yeah.
I probably had to say Sosa. Just because he punched somebody and didn't get a red card.
He
didn't get.
I'm gonna have to admit. So in the picture of all of us in the All-Star game, Adam, and I'm sitting next to John Sosa, and he didn't hit me. So
I'm pretty sure he's a great guy. I haven't met him. I'm pretty sure. It's just
Adam, are you doing what I think you're doing?
He's just really.
Maybe.
I don't like the way he plays.
I gotta find it though.
No, don't find it.
I was just gonna share my screen. I was gonna make it my background though.
No, he's gonna share. No, it was a picture that I had found on my phone from the All-Star game that I haven't really shared.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was cool. And the person I'm sitting next to, nobody can guess who it is.
I can guess.
Well, unless you've seen it already. I don't know where it is. It's gone. Here it is. I found it.
Is it the one we shared on the group?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I forgot my question. I can't believe I forgot it.
So check out who I'm sitting next to.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Why do we do this?
And it looks like he's right there on the turf with all of us.
Yeah. And there I am next to John Sosa.
So
crap.
Somebody made a site.
Why am I fired?
Crap.
Oh, because I forgot my question? Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
You
Jinxed it?
jinxed it.
So let's do the other half of Chris's question. Who's your favorite player playing right now? Oh, that wasn't the other half. That's the way I read it.
That's what I read at first too.
Our favorite?
Only one.
I'm going to say Ricardo Carvalho.
We could have guessed that.
Oh, person I hate. This guy right here.
Yeah.
But he's not playing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh,
Okay.
he's not playing yet. He's going to play in Utica.
We're going based off who's playing now. So, who would I say? Honestly, I'll say Danny.
I gotta go Ian Bennett with Danny as a close second.
Danny. I like Danny.
Why not do top three? Why don't we do top three? Because I mean, all of them seem pretty obvious.
It doesn't work like that.
How about top favorite that's not affiliated with your team at all, which means has never played with, for me, like the Wave. Like I couldn't pick Drew Ruggles.
That's hard.
I know.
How many players have played for the Blast? Oh, Jesus. That eliminates a lot of players.
I would go Ricardo 1.
It would all have to be San Diego.
I would then
You're gonna
go.
pick 3? Oh boy.
That's what I said.
I'd go Waltman.
Waltman's number 1 for me.
Waltman's up there. I mean, drinking moonshine with Danny Waltman was probably one of the greatest experiences of my life. So, and then I'd probably go Ian 3.
With who?
Ian. You said Ian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I can't pick
So
Ian.
I would go Waltman, Lipe, and Mujin.
That's tough. So I'm going Waltman, Paulo.
Get Gerson out of here. I like Gerson, but
There's and if Gordy saw this, he would probably get a laugh out of it. Gerson could go for my least favorite and most favorite at the same time.
exactly. That's why my reaction. And then the follow-up comment.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Uzi Tayu, even though he's not playing this week.
That's a good one too. Well, but wait, he played for me. Never mind. Damn it.
Yeah, that was a cool conversation we had with him and
Yeah.
Charlie Gonzalez,
Yeah.
who you thought was Brian Aguilar.
Who you
But
thought was
Well, the thing is he's wearing the mask, and it looks like the logo on the side was a Monterey Flash one.
Wait.
But you didn't hear the story?
Y'all never told me this story.
Okay. So we're waiting, or was it before the game?
I don't remember when it was.
I think it was before the game or before practice or something like that.
Might have been before practice Saturday morning.
No, it was after practice before the game.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're down in the lobby and we see Uzi Tayu, and it ended up being Charlie Gonzalez. But I saw the mask and it looked like a Monterey Flash logo, and I'm like, Adam, is that Brian Aguilar?
So dumb shit, I just walked over there. Hey, Brian.
Over goes, excuse me, are you Brian Aguilar?
Charlie Gonzalez. I'm like, oh, I feel like a dumb shit now.
And we're like, oh. And I'm
You
like,
guys didn't bother to look at the mask when you got closer?
So I got my way out of it really easily. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I know you guys from your numbers and what I can see on the TV broadcast because I've never met you in person. And he's like, oh, that's pretty. And he's very, very quiet, soft-spoken guy. Great player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been one of my favorites from Ontario for years.
We talked to them for 10 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Just down in the lobby.
We need another situation we can go talk to players for a while at a hotel somewhere.
Yeah, it's I need that experience.
Yeah.
Well, hop back in the old time machine.
Good. Not good. But yeah.
Well, you can come up to Utica the next All-Star game.
Well, I see how that's going to go. You guys can come to Milwaukee for the next All-Star game. There's a hotel walking distance from my house.
How close is that to the game?
Like 35 minutes, but that's besides the point.
So you're just gonna take us every day?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
And you just hang out at the house. I just don't have room for extra people to sleep here, but we can all hang out all day long and grill stuff out. And
Man, that's
depending on
fun.
what weather.
No, I'll stay at the hotel with the players. That was
Yeah, well, that'll be a completely different hotel then.
Yeah.
Because if it was Milwaukee, they'd do the one that they usually do, which is right downtown.
oh. You mentioned the hotel. That reminds me of the Nick Pereira conversation we had. Literally when we got there.
Yeah. So we run into Nick right away, and he's running around all crazy because he goes into his room and it smells completely like weed. So he has to go down and ask for another room right away.
That's terrible.
Shortly after that, the knocking started. So I don't know if those two are involved.
No, don't do that. 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 So I have a question for you guys, since we have, free range of topics today. Who do you see, if given what we should probably wait because San Diego hasn't played yet, nor has
Neither is in Ontario.
Ontario. Yeah. I was gonna say, who do you guys see as the possible champions now, given we've seen everyone play, but we haven't. We haven't, so we have to wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough picking, especially when we haven't seen all the teams. But I mean, if you were to, I'd say Florida. I'm still sticking with Tacoma. I still am.
It's gonna be it's weird because the if you look at what Ontario did last season, they were borderline terrible the first half.
Oh yeah.
And then borderline better than everyone else. Probably not even borderline. They were arguably better than everyone else the second half.
Oh, we're going on tour again.
Well, yeah, it's almost 11.
We can call it. We can call it.
No, we don't have to call it. Just
We're just following you to
You're
the
going on my
bathroom. No
tour.
big deal.
No, he did not. Is that?
what?
You know where we are, Adam?
Yeah. We're up on top of the toilet tank.
Oh, thank you for closing that, Matt.
I hate you guys.
Oh, good times, good times. That's
So
a big,
how do we
big
think
claim.
how do we think San Diego is going to come in?
I think San Diego is going to be a monster, but I hate it. It feels like poison coming out of my throat.
Does it bother you? Does it change your thinking at all, knowing that they just started practicing a couple of weeks ago?
No, because I've seen some of these players playing already in Mexico.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
And you have to imagine they're doing all day practices or whatever.
yeah, exactly. And then also, hey, let's remember what their players did at the All-Star game.
Yes. They did what they have always done.
Especially their defensive players. I mean,
Yeah.
But what's wrong with Tovar? What's wrong with him?
With who?
I just got a message saying, sadly, no Tovar. Oh, Tovar. How do you guys pronounce it?
Oh, yeah. What happened on Tovar?
I don't know what happened to him.
Retired?
No, he just got like a little shout out this week. Oh, visa. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks.
So, Chris, how many of the San Diego players have visa issues? Because when we first started doing this show right after the season ended, we heard it was like 12. And on a roster of like 25, 12 players is kind of a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah.
They have a lot of like players that were from Monterrey. So
Did you see their backup goalkeeper?
like, did I see him play or did I see who it is?
Who it is?
No, I didn't.
6'4".
Oh yeah, I did.
He's like huge.
Yeah, he played for San Diego 04.
Wait, I'm 6'4".
Get out of here, man. Are you really?
He is.
Yeah,
Oh,
I really am.
So we all met at the airport in Kansas City, and we started walking to walking with Cliff and Lucy to the shuttle to get to their rental car. And I said, Cliff, did you picture Matt being this tall? Because I know you told me at one point you were 6'3", but you never see us stand up or anything, and it's on camera. I never know how tall you are. And Cliff's like, no, not anywhere near. 5'3", maybe, not 6'3". Just didn't see that coming. Even though you told me.
Yeah.
That's funny. I wouldn't have expected that either. So I'm in for a surprise.
That's right. Ooh, before we forget, there's a new episode of Striking Fury. Episode 9, I think, just came out, and they're going to start talking about the season because Ontario is on the schedule for February.
Mm-hmm.
When do they start? They start 2 weeks from Friday.
Yeah.
No, they start 1 week from Friday.
Well, 2 weeks from today. Yeah.
Well, essentially, today's Monday though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, I guess we should just give out all the podcast shouts, right?
Yeah.
Because they all have new episodes. The Soccers have one. The Soccers Overtime with Craig Elston has new episode. Scott. I didn't mean to call him Scotty. Scott with Dallas Psychic Direct has another episode. So they're all really good podcasts.
Yeah. Some good stuff out there.
Yeah. So I think, guys, we're going to call it here. And so we have time to talk amongst yourselves afterwards. Yeah.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Duck down a little bit. No, like straight down. Like keep your head where it was and duck straight down. Now a little up a little bit. Now down. Now up. Okay. Sorry, it didn't work. Trying to get you to the Chili Willy juggling camera with the ball behind you.
Because his ball's standing still.
Is it in a cage or just on a?
It's on a little plastic thing.
Nice. All right. Everyone, have a good evening.
Yes, have a good evening.
Enjoy the
Best
games
of luck
this
to your
weekend.
teams if you're rooting for them.
We will have polls out again. I think we forgot.
I forgot him this weekend, didn't I?
Yeah, we forgot him this week. But we'll get him this week.
We'll do polls again. You know what we should do?
We'll get it together.
Somebody remind. So next week Monday, somebody remind us to go through the polls and make sure that we see what everyone else picked, because I wanted to see what everyone else picked versus what we picked versus what the games ended up as.
Yeah.
So we'll have to remind us to do that because we're forgetful.
Well, I think the big picks will be Friday. I think the right picks will be Friday night. So.
All right.
All right, guys. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for watching.
See ya.